Video by stevetan.net.
Who am I? Well, I think that's a really good question. That's something that I've been thinking about my whole life. As a child, I was always very artistic and interested in arts. I always loved art. As I got older, I kind of progressively got further away from that. And I think a lot of the reason for that was because going into college, I went into sports science because I always felt it was a little bit more kind of the direction that other people wanted me to go. It was more of a career than I ever thought an artist really was. So that was kind of a paradigm shift for me. But you never ever know what the future holds for you, and I think that it's kind of a way the universe always has another trick up its sleeve because it's so unpredictable. Out of nowhere, I went from working 5 days a week to nothing when I was involved in a car accident. So it really forced me to take a really hard look at my life and to see what was missing and to see what maybe I was lacking and wasn't making me happy. I think a lot of people end up working 9 to 5s and they're so happy to get off work and they can't wait to get away from it. Whereas for me, discovering that you do only live once and that I could pursue art as a career, it was enlightening, to say the least. Nothing's greater than doing what you actually feel like you're meant to in life. I don't think that you can predict the future, but I do think that you do definitely sense when you are moving in the right direction. And I feel that this is definitely the right thing for me to do. So I get my inspiration from absolutely everywhere. I'm very inspired by nature, animals, people. I find characters extremely interesting and all the different types of people that are out there. As far as ideas for my paintings, I never feel like I have a shortage of creativity. I feel very fortunate in that sense. I feel like it's almost the opposite, that I have my next 20 pieces all bustling in my head that I'm trying to have the time to put onto canvas. It's just about putting the hours in. A lot of the times when I'm painting, I feel very relaxed. I don't actually usually have a lot of thoughts in my head. It is kind of almost like a meditative thing for me. I very much enjoy it in that sense. So I have lots of people ask me or trying to classify my art in a specific kind of genre. You know, like there's modern impressionism and stuff like that, and they ask me what kind of art that I do or I prefer, but the problem that I find is that I don't fit into any specific favorite. Part of the thing about being artistic is I love the feeling of being able to paint whatever I want to paint, whatever kind of style. I like to do some stuff that's very high amount of detail with lots of blending, but then I also love to paint with palette knives and all sorts of different stuff. And I also love portraiture and doing people. So that's one thing that I find very freeing, because I'll be walking down the street one day and I'll see an artist with something completely different that I've never tried before, and immediately I'm like, I want to do it. I want to learn how to do it. So it's kind of nice in that sense to have that freedom to be able to learn whatever style I can. But as far as my favorite pieces go, it's usually actually the last piece that I will have finished, because I'll have just done it, I'll be like, oh, that's my favorite. And then I'll move on to the next one, and I'm kind of like, okay, that's my favorite one now. When I ask other people that, it's not their opinion in that case. That everybody kind of likes different things, but you'll have to be the judge. You can check it out.